Consider two functions f of x and g of x. We know that g of x is equal to x plus 3, and f composed with g of x is 4x squared plus 24x plus 38. We need to determine an expression for f of x. So first of all, let's put together what we know. We know that f of g of x is equal to 4x squared plus 24x plus 38. That is, f of x plus 3 is equal to 4x squared plus 24x plus 38. Now, for us to input x plus 3 into a function and get a squared out, f must be a quadratic function. Okay? Because if we're putting a linear function into something to get a squared, the only possible option for the outer function is that it's got to square it at some point. So f has to be a quadratic function. So we know that in general, f of x has got to be of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So using that and substituting in, we get a x plus 3 squared plus b x plus 3 plus c. And we know that that's still equal to 4x squared plus 24x plus 38. Expanding on this side, expanding the bracket, we get x squared plus 6x plus 9. So that's going to be ax squared plus 6ax plus 9a plus bx plus 3b plus c is equal to 4x squared plus 24x plus 38. Now, looking at this, we can equate these two sides because we know the number of x squareds must be the same. We know that the number of x's must be the same. And we know that the constants must also be the same. So one step at a time, using the orange bits, we can see immediately that a must be equal to 4. Which means we now have 4x squared plus 24x plus 36 plus bx plus 3b plus c is equal to 4x squared plus 24x plus 38. So that's sorted out the a. But now we have the x's, we have 24 plus bx must be 24x. Well, that means that b must be equal to 0, so that we still have the 24 x's here. So if b is 0, this disappears, and this disappears. And then looking at the c, we have parts, we have 36 here, and we need 38, which means c has to be equal to 2. Therefore, f of x, our function, must be 4x squared plus 2 to give us what we want. Here we used a few important points. The first important point was to get a quadratic out of this, it had to be a quadratic function. And secondly, we used the idea of equating terms, which is something we've seen already a couple of times and we'll see a few more times throughout the course, equating the same bits to be able to find missing variables.